5. Number 5. Number 5, we're going to play something called Captain Money's March, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else but here. It's a simple tune. In common time. And it's the first time I'm really playing it out. I looked it up. It pops up in just some other fife publications, but nothing like, you know, no military manuals or anything like that. Captain Money's March. Straight up. Tune number 6. The Queen of Hearts. I picked because it sounded good. I didn't know any stories about it. I've never seen it before, so it's the first time I've seen it in a book. And I can't seem to find. I haven't really looked. I could, but if I do, I'll let you know. If you're interested, send me a note. But the Queen of Hearts, I looked at it and I played it. And I said, "Oh, this sounds nice." So I just decided to add it to today's recordings. The Queen of Hearts. It's a nice 2/4. Played a C for an E in one spot, but otherwise that's the idea. I put those numbers up so I can edit it later. I leave them in, whatever. Number 7 today. Playing again because I like the way it sounded. It has a familiarity to it. It sounds a little bit like some of the duty tunes I played out of 19th century manuals. This tune is called Lord Loudon's Singling of a Troop. Yeah, you know, there's a nice sound to it. Lord Loudon's Singling of a Troop from the Giles Gibb fife book. The finale, The White Cockade from Giles Gibb. The tune would morph into the 19th century under the same name, just get a little different, and I'll play both versions. It also popped up in some books I saw earlier from the 18th century under the title Highland Laddie, but that name gets attributed to other completely different tune later on. So here's the White Cockade from Giles Gibb first. I'm going to play it nice and easy. And that was the Giles Gibb version. And it's again one of those things where it's close enough to the version I know where, yeah, you know, that's easy. But the differences, the subtle differences, the note differences, the little rhythmic differences are just enough to drive you up a wall. Here's the version I play normally. Now, that's not even the way I learned it. That's something I started playing. I can't remember where we get this version out of. Some period manual. But I played it in regular fife and drum. You know, and there was a lot more going on. So it seemed like the older it got. Hold on a second, maybe I have it here. It seemed like the older it got, which was often the case, the fancier it got. But, you know, it's been my experience with fife and drum music as it pertains to the military. And it makes sense from a government standpoint. You know, the fife was a functional tool, so you kept it simple. And, you know, you just needed the guy to play, play the music. Don't do anything too weird or too fancy. Just play the music. And, you know, they kept the versions of the tunes fairly basic, and it's only later on we get time, and we have a little. We're not rushing off to war. That we can gussy it up a bit, put some pizzazz into the music, and you see that with a lot of tunes. Their earlier versions are simpler than their contemporary versions. And the interesting thing about that is that people, you know, if they're thinking about why that is the case, I've seen people go, well, yeah. And they'd be like, the players back earlier were not as good as the players now. And I think that's unfair to say that. I think really it's more accurate to say that the people playing fife during the Civil War or during the American Revolution or whatever were playing it for a different reason. And now that we're playing fifes and drums, which we're doing it for the musical performance aspect of it, and we're thinking about going off to war and such. So it's not that they were not as good as us. They were playing for different reasons. So they played the fife or drum differently. That's what I'm going to do for today. I will pick up again next time with some more Civil War fife stuff. We still have some stuff I would like to address in Colonel Hart's book. In the meantime, happy 4th of July. Be safe. Don't do the firework thing. Let someone who's trained do that. Maintain safe distances. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. The sooner we all wear masks and wash our hands, the sooner we can all get back together again in person. All right? So I'll see you. Boop.